Deni Avdija, All-Star in Adam Silver's National Basketball Association. This Black History Month.
By his play, yes. This new format and all that, what you add in the East and the West with players, they have 18 wins, 19 wins. That's the only deterrent I see.
He is an international.
But I'm saying, but you add in East and West. So, but is he balling? Absolutely. So deserving, yes.
He may play hard, can you? Like
in the ninth spot.
Like international players do.
I'm saying in the ninth spot, so it's not bad. Better than being where they have been recently. But yeah, no, his play is deserving of that. I like what he's been doing, man. And yeah, I just wish my man was there to witness it, but it's unfortunate. But no, he's balling.
Your man.
He's definitely balling.
So
definitely
we'll just out the couch. We'll do Cemetery Larry, Shots from Diamond Shot. You have the crystal ball.
Mm-hmm.
When you put your hand on the crystal ball and you think about Deni Avdija potentially being an all-star, what does that crystal ball tell you?
Yes.
It says yes.
It says yes. I look at his trajectory. There were some questions online when his recent play has started to explode a little bit more. They asked what did the Wizards not see in him that Portland did? And he was playing trash with the Wizards. He was almost out of the league. 3 years, wasn't averaging over 10. He was shooting below 30% from the 3, below 45 from 2. Wasn't really rebounding the ball. He was trying to find his way. That's a lot of guys try to do. He had that last year, which I believe was with Jordan Poole and Kuzma, and then where they was just free falling, and he ended up averaging 15. Numbers went up a little bit more, showing his range, showing that he can, improve his stuff. And then his first year with Portland is, I think, where Chauncey allowed him to play. And they moved him in front of Jeremy Grant, which kind of gave him favor with the referees. And I think when you find a way to find favor with the refs and you're a good enough player, savvy enough to understand how and when you can get calls, it changes the trajectory of how you can score the ball. And so when you're a player that needs that, like he don't have a lot of shit with his game, so when you add getting fouled and not having to try to foul him, it opens up his game. When he knows, like, man, he's going to try to get fouls on you, now he knows he can get to his little shit that can get him buckets. And I think that his advantage right now is that he's a go-to guy for them. He's very savvy. He shoots free throws well. He can shoot the 3. He knows how to get to his midi. He don't play defense a lot, and he's a foul baiter. So when you think of all these different elements with his game, it kind of makes you an all-star. It kind of makes you up there with Brunson. It kind of makes you up there with Shea. Certain guys that get those foul calls, that can put the ball in the basket at a high rate. And he's with a team that no one's expecting to do anything. And the one you said 6 out of the last 7.
Yeah.
I mean, think of that. Portland. I mean, they're trying to move up with nothing. So for him to be an all-star piece and them maybe having to double down with them without Dame being back, and then you get Dame back and they actually have something moving, and still we haven't heard from Scoot Henderson since he been there. So we don't know what happened. He might come out of the shadows and show us something. But at the end of the day,
he hurt.
He been hurt.
Oh, okay.
But at the end of the day, we looking at Portland like, what are y'all going to do over there? And he's over there saying, I'm over here. I'm showing y'all what I got. And it looks good for the Portland Trailblazers. And obviously it looks good for the league because you got more talent that is being overlooked.
So Deni Avdija, second in the NBA right now, free throw attempts per game behind Luka, 10 free throw attempts per game. We saw in that in the fourth quarter, 3 and 1s. Less than 4 minutes remaining in the game.
That Shaden Sharp kid playing too. So
but the Blazers, we didn't expect much from them. They gave the Thunder their first loss of the season.
So they better than they have been, man. So they're trending in the right direction where they have been recently.
Demi Avdija, All-Star?
Balling.
With the new floor mat, yeah, but it's going to be tough, I think, for him just because it's like his first really season having like a breakout averaging 20-something. But what's the difference between like Utah beating OKC and Portland actually beating Houston. Like, we talk about when OKC lose, they got figured out and everything, but Houston losing to Portland.
We talked about the Rockets. I think that they're now 7-10 in clutch games, if I'm not mistaken. KD having to hit that game winner earlier this week. Now they come back to Portland.
Yeah.
The difference is OKC is establishing the champions.
Yeah.
So that's the more pressure on them. Like, and then they've been talking breaking this record and putting all that pressure. So it's like y'all over here getting cracked by like a
Charlotte.
team by Charlotte. I didn't
They're number one.
you know didn't Anthony Edwards hit the game winner too and like so like y'all been talking but y'all been getting cracked, and these are teams that you're gonna have to see later. So you don't think San Antonio don't have that shit circled? You don't think Minnesota's waiting? Like we seen y'all, and then as much as y'all want to keep bringing back Jalen Williams, that's fine. But listen, them other guys y'all got. Listen, we gonna let SGA score, but the rest of y'all, nah, we gonna and then with him, all we gotta do is hit him a couple times. That's it. I'm just telling you.
Shea. One got KD, one got Shea. That's all I'm
KD's
saying.
older.
What's the up and coming next Joker? You got the A. Thomas and all that. Y'all put sometimes y'all put them over OKC.
You be making up names, bro. Who is A. Thomas?
You know, Thompson.
Yeah, the Thompson brother. The Thompson brother. I know. The Thompson.
You talking about Torrey Eason and Jabari
Look, now
Smith.
you're trying to change it but they lost. And y'all had them as one of the top teams, but they losing to Portland. They lose big games. Every time I see them play, that shot do not go down like that unless he playing his team that traded him.
But Nick, they just won the game before that with the game winner.
What's their record like that?
They're 7-10 in clutch games. We 1-4 in overtime games this season. But still.
Yeah, you got to have that energy for the game before that because he just hit a game winner and he missed the game winner for this one.
And you going down to the wire with Portland.
Rockets currently 6th in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
You got in the West.
Yeah, but you know those like I mean
They didn't get smacked by 30.
They lost.
Yo, Houston in the fray, dog. I mean, Portland in the fray. They're in the fray.
Yeah.
They're in the fray.
I don't think Portland is good. Portland is not Utah. Portland is not the Pelicans. Portland is not. Portland is better than all three of them teams.
Yes, they are. They got 20. Listen.
Portland is better than
Houston got 22 wins.
So?
Portland got Houston got 22 wins. Portland got 18 wins, dog.
Yeah, but Blazers played 4 more games.
Yeah, they have.
So they got 20 losses as well to the Rockets 12. But 9th in the West.
God damn.
With that squad. I'm just saying.
That many more games than that?
Huh? If you look at like the game fluctuations, it's pretty.
What the fuck is that? How is
like
that?
3 to 4 game differences on some of these teams.
Houston been chilling.
Houston been chilling.
It's tough. It's like when you get the teams to start playing well in mid-season stride, you could lose any time you step on the floor. If you don't come to play, you can get your ass whooped. Especially when these teams start seeing the scouting report. It's early. You see the early part of the season. It's hard to see who's doing what the schemes are, what they offense is running. They just killing. Then you start breaking down the season. You start breaking down the teams. You start breaking down the players. And you're like, all right, here's a new scouting report on this guy. This scouting report on him is different than it was in the beginning of the season because he's changed his game. He's doing this now. We have to adjust our defensive scheme to now adapt. Now, if we're a team that's adapting, we're going to start beating teams we was losing to before. Because now we look at film, we wasn't playing hard. We need to play harder. Now we come in here and we like, all right, we're going against OKC. We're going to play harder against them. Now we see that the game has changed when we get to the bottom of the motherfucking end of the fucking quarters. Overtime, we're like, damn, Utah going in overtime? OKC, how? Shouldn't even like that.
But is that just the NBA season, right? It's a lot of ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Like there's going to be
when the confidence is riding high based on your strength of schedule, you're going to always feel like you can beat anybody. And then you start facing teams that'll boom you.
There was boom going on.
A lot of booming.
Boom.
If they would have lost last night, this whole conversation would have been about OKC.
Boom with the bass. You know, I want some of that boom.
If OKC would have lost last night, we wouldn't be talking about
that 808 with the bass and the boom.
No, we're talking about the boom, like when Vince Carter came down and dunked on Alonzo Mourning.
The boom.
You know, that boom. Like, you know, when...
I thought it was the bang.
When Shaq came down and dunked, you know, when...
Boom.
He boomed on him.
Yeah, you know, when certain...
Yeah, if the Thunder would have lost last night, it would have been a much different conversation. But who knows?
And
We know, again, that's shout out Mike Tomlin, who also made a very similar comment recently. But just to say, maybe those IG stories don't get posted. Maybe we're not in here before the show.
Facts.
Listening to some of the greatest hits of a certain Canadian.
Okay, Nick.
But that's not what happened, Ken, as you said. And we know where hope works at. But let's talk about these Blazers. Blazers dealt with some turmoil earlier this season. Obviously, after Chauncey Billups was placed on leave just one game into the season following his arrest as a part of an investigation into illegal gambling, with Thiago Splitter stepping in as the interim head coach. So like we mentioned, 18-20, Blazers are currently 9th in the West. Does Thiago Splitter deserve credit for stepping into a messy situation and having this team overachieve by all accounts? Or were they destined to do this anyway with Thiago, with Chauncey?
Give Chauncey his credit. He laid the foundation.
Yep.
Been there for a couple years. Guys used to hearing his voice. Instilling defense first with those guys. Watching them play over the last couple years. No, but having the guy step in with all this is going on and be where the Blazers are, you got to give Thiago Splitter his credit. Tough spot to be in, but stepping up to the challenge and the guys buying in to the voice that they're hearing now. But definitely give Chauncey his credit for setting the foundation for this year with the previous messages that were being instilled in the guys that's been there. The Shaden Sharps, the Obvious, and Scoot not playing, of course, but Jeremy Grant. Just as guys who's been there, who's been hearing Chauncey's voice, and now having Thiago step in. No, you got to give him credit, right, for coming, like I said, stepping into a tough spot and thriving right now. And guys are playing at a all-time high under him. So, you got to give him credit.
A wild situation to be a part of. Season start.
What the hell Chauncey do? Please tell me.
I was about to
what
say
did
the same
Chauncey
shit.
fucking do?
I was calling for him to get out. You gotta get him out of there, man.
Man,
He
but
fucking
did
up
say
over
that.
there.
Please tell
I had already planned it before he even got out of there. I was like, hey, Chauncey, you want
Chauncey
Ty Lue,
last year.
man?
Man.
Ty Lue got, hey,
No,
what
you
y'all
said
that
doing?
shit
you said after last season.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, what we doing over there?
When he got the job, I was like,
But I think that happened because that was what's next for them.
Yeah.
Thiago been on the bench with them for the last 3-4 years, so I'm thinking that was going to be their move to move Chauncey out anyway. I don't think that, even though he did a lot of tutelage for those younger players, I think more Simons than anybody. I think that he was really in Simon's corner. I don't think he fucked with Jeremy Grant like that. And you look at Thiago, I don't think he really fucked with Jeremy Grant like that either.
It's like they're trying to get rid of him. They've been trying to get rid of him for some years.
So the players that they got now are kind of like all new players outside of Shaden Sharp. Shaden Sharp was a young guy who they didn't even know what they had in him.
Just an
It
athlete.
was just
Yeah,
athlete.
he's just a super,
That's
but he can really,
Play.
really play. And once they let him go with Deni, it's like they might have a different move out there, depending on how Dame comes back. And I got the big fella, Klingham.
Yeah, Klingham.
Klingham is he all right, he's solid, and I mean, you do have to give Chance enough credit to know that he did have these guys understand a winning mentality, because he is a winner and he knows what it takes, but also he's been 6 years there and it's been not working.
But you don't know the plan, though. That's the thing, right? So there's you ain't like, as you say, Chance is a winner, right? So do you think it's not conversations going on behind the closed doors on who to play, who not to play, who gonna do this, who gonna do that affected those records?
Yeah, I mean, he was in the whole investigation about that shit.
Yeah, but
So-
No, but I'm just saying,
People
no,
bad.
y'all want to bring that up. We talking about hoop.
No, we're not bringing it up. It's just
we talking about hoop here,
It's
right?
a part of the whole.
So I know for a fact that these conversations going on.
It's a part of what it looks like now compared to what it looked like when he was doing it, right?
Yeah.
It
And
actually
different.
looks different now than it did when he's taking over. We was asking the questions like, what are they doing with all that talent in Portland? So now,
see.
now we're like, okay,
It seemed like they were telling that talent, go ahead and not give your best effort so we can build this team through the draft. It just seemed like
doing what Portland
with
been
the Dame
doing.
situation,
They've
you
been
know,
Telling
doing
that man
shit.
to limit certain guys.
That's
minutes.
my
This guy
point.
only
Yeah.
gonna play 25 minutes tonight. This guy gonna sit this game. This guy gonna
He's
sit that
managing
game.
talent.
Yeah, that's
But
what was
do we
going
really
on.
want to win tonight? I think
That's what was going on.
Yeah.
So let's not do that. Like, I'm not gonna shit on my man in that fact.
But when we look at Thiago Splitter, he his first season with the Blazers came on this past summer. He was with Paris basketball in the French league, won a championship out there with them last season. With Ime Udoka with the Rockets prior to that, and with the Nets.
Oh, so this is his second season?
This is his first. He was brought on this summer.
Shit. So he was with the Rockets before this.
Went to Rockets, went over and coached Paris last season, won a championship with them, a French championship.
I see it.
And the French Cup.
Okay.
I see it.
And then came over to the Blazers this summer.
Went over there and
Went over there and learned that game, right?
We went over
That
and learned that
game,
game.
and brought it. Now he got a guy that plays that style.
And we're gonna work through it.
That's his
We're
one
gonna
of
work
his
through.
one of
We're
his
gonna work
guys.
through that. So
Yep. We
this
gonna
is
work
what.
through
So right, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
all right, but
Yeah.
we're not gonna give
why
my
he
man
out
his
there
fucking
like
credit.
that.
Goddamn.
You got a
We
coach
want-
that
Mr.
believes
Big Shot
in
here.
you, too.
You see his number.
You got a coach
ran
that
down the
believes
numbers.
in you like that?
I ran
Oh
down the
my
numbers.
God.
Washington, he was, you about to get, come over here to Portland. Chauncey put the battery in his back to let him get the ball a couple times. And then Thiago like, no. This dude is a Euro legend over here. Let's let him do his thing.
Yeah.
The Euros is coming over here, man. They want churros.
The Euros want churros, Shot, as you know, the Mexican donut as it is
Well,
now.
make sure Portland put my boy Pooh Jetter on the on
Yeah,
the
shout out
bench.
Pooh. I done talked to Pooh today.
Over there.
Yeah, Pooh over there
Over
too.
there.
man.
I just seen Pooh in one of the
Yeah, he's
leagues.
developing
Yeah.
over there.
He doing player
He's
development.
been over there for a while too.
Yeah. So
Shout out Pooh, LA
I'd like to
legend.
see Pooh on that front line bench.
Yeah, he
Good dude,
deserves
man.
it for sure.
Just spoke with Pooh
That's a
today.
hard fight.
I know, but I know.
I'm telling you, that's a hard fight, bruh.
It's all right.
No, I'm saying I wish you. No,
Oh,
you
yeah,
deserve it. I'm just saying it is.
Portland, terrible.
So we've been talking about
I know.
people deserving of
Fives.
all-star recognition.
Yo, you play development, you still out there playing fives, bruh. Yo,
Pooh, your LA legend still has some game.
Yeah.
I think he was playing with G
We
League.
love free throws.
Oh, he loves
So
freaking-
NBA released the second returns for fan voting for the 2026 All-Star Game. Let's take a look.